What's up, Mac Heads and Maniacs? I take it some of you guys on the Blue Channel watching the Rolling 50s upload. I did make a mistake in that video. I led you guys to believe the big time hustlers turned 5'5", Hoover and 5'7". I didn't mean to say 5'7". That was a mistake. But nevertheless, same basically geographics and all that stuff. But what's up with y'all, man? Hope y'all having a good Friday. I know y'all getting ready for some good football and a great weekend and stuff like that. I did want to touch on selective politics because that word is being thrown around a lot of late. I just want to touch on that real quick, and then we'll get on to whatever you guys want to talk about. I want to say that selective politicking is when we choose who we decide to single out and put on blast for either going against the standards or the things that we were taught, a set code of ethics, and things that were set forth by a group or organization, right? Uh, this is usually done purposely to knock down a person's status or reputation, strategically done to enhance one's personal agenda. This is what we call jealousy or haterism. In gang terms, this is considered bravery. It's called honoring a code handed down by teenagers, nonetheless. This is called arrested development because we cannot develop from our teenage years. We're just stuck in one place. We never grow forward. We never grow older. We never become responsible and just can't get out of that thing that handcuffs called gang politics. Uh, I want to know, what will a man achieve by displaying childish behavior and publicly scrutinizing his own friends, homeboys, or a gang? Nothing. You don't get nothing out of that. Like, you're not going to get any brownie points. You're not going to get any money. You're not going to become the leader of a gang or somebody on a pedestal from that community. All you're doing is hating on your homeboy. Or your friend, whatever title you want to give that person. Your rival, uh, whatever. Um, so my thing is, everybody selectively politics. And this is why I say that. Because at this stage in our lifetime, if you made it into your 40s or 50s or beyond, you know a snitch. You know somebody that told on somebody. And that's their prerogative. If an individual wants to publicly display being friends with a snitch or accused snitch or a pedophile, whatever it is, that doesn't necessarily translate to I hang with that person or I condone what that person does. You can still have a friend or a homeboy and distance yourself from that person. And you can call that person on the phone and tell them how you feel, and y'all still be friends. The thing is, as we get older, we don't want to get caught up in that. We don't want to slight our own reputations that it took 30, 40, maybe 20, 10 years to build up. Like in shooter terms, usually, now I'm not saying everybody, but usually there's only a few people, a few shooters whose reputation lasts more than 2 or 3 years. It only takes you a good 18 months or 2 years of shooting to build yourself up as a reputation as a shooter. Now, for the next 30 or 40 years, what are you supposed to do as far as how your friendships done changed, how people went astray, how people broke codes? Like, you can't just think, okay, back then when I was 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, even 21, 22, 23 years old, that I still have to stick to those standards and those codes that don't even pertain to me, but are pertaining to my homeboy who has a different set of friends that I have. Like, those people are still going to be my homeboy. I don't have to be in a room politicking with them. I don't have to share their same beliefs. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is old, dog, and a lot of people that's talking about snitching, they don't even go as far back to when the G's was snitching, or dudes that came after the G's was telling. Like, you haven't even dug through all the paperwork of all the guys that done told. Like, you can be friends with a guy that done told, and you don't even know it because you're so blind. Selective politics can blind you. You become so blind that you unaware of the facts and the reputation of those around you, or those in front of you, or those that you become friends with later on in your life. My thing is this: if I know you done something foul, I'm going to distance myself from it. That's just me. I'm going to distance myself from it. It ain't got nothing to do with no gang code. None of that. Like, I don't care if you are considered the founder, the leader, a rider, or entertainment, whatever you are, that's cool for you. I hope the best for you. We come from the same community, or from the same, uh, not genre, but the same South LA. Let's just say from South LA, from the gang banging and stuff. We all come from the same environment, is what I'm trying to say. And if your brother told, if your father told, your uncle told, your nephew told, it's a good chance you're going to turn a blind eye to that. You may not scold him, but you're not finna sit there and support what he did. I understand that. But you're going to be pointing to somebody else who did the same thing. Kid without a camera is like MJ without a basketball. All right, so what? You guys paid to see MJ play. You guys paid your cable bill to get ESPN. You guys paid to get into the forum to watch MJ play. You see where I'm going? So just let me be, homie. Let me be. You take me as I am. You like KMV live streams or you don't. You like the Blue Channel with the history or you don't. I'm versatile. I come in all kind of forms with my content. You feel me? But bottom line, though, what I'm saying is, because I heard something today on another station, a YouTube station, and I don't agree that if somebody else, if a guy in good standing, a good homeboy, has friends that aren't A1, that don't have nothing to do with me. That don't have nothing to do with me or a lot of the other stand-up homeboys. That's that person. That's the way he lives his life, and that's the way that person eats. How he eats don't make me don't I don't shit it out. You feel me? I wasn't talking about 600s live, but all right, if the shoe fits, then wear it, put it on. Uh, I'm trying to convey things to you guys and say things to you guys of how I feel and how things are. And you guys always got to bring up a name. Like, you got to make everything I say relevant to a local, relevant to a 600, relevant to Milk or whoever. Let me give you my spiel and tell you what I'm trying to say. This ain't nobody else's message. It's my message. You guys always got to throw names out there so you can create this false beef in the YouTube atmosphere. I'm getting tired of that shit. Y'all don't have to offer names, especially when you're not correct. But again, if the shoe fits, then that's cool. Put them on. Put them on both feet. You feel me? Uh, Greg, it's Kev, everything you say is relevant, man. Respect for you. Thank you. But a lot of people try to take everything I say and direct it at one person. But again, What a person does, whoever his friends are, don't mean they my friends. I try to tell you guys that a long time ago. My friends ain't your friends, and your friends ain't my friends. That's the simplest method for me to go by. But people get butt hurt, asshole hurt, when they find out that they try to become friends with a friend of Care Mac and that person ain't what they thought they was. That's your problem. That's your business. Ain't my business. I ain't supposed to feel the way you feel. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you an enemy. If you come from another hood, another set, I ain't got no reason listening to you unless I think it's valid. If I don't think it's valid, I ain't got no reason to push your agenda or share your agenda against one of my own. We wasn't raised like that. Look, let me tell y'all. I mentioned this once before, but I'm gonna make it very clear today. If we want to go back to teenage years, even young adults, this is what we was taught. The homie is never wrong. The 60s are never wrong. Can't nobody tell you about a 60. Now he can be wrong, but we gonna ride with the homeboy. We gonna always ride with the homeboy. 60s first. You know how when people they hit up a GC and they put a one in it? Or they hit up an NH and put a one in it? That mean gangster crip first. That mean neighborhood first. That mean that set first. 60s first. 60s come before any of our rivals. Unless it comes with good merit. Unless you can show us that a homeboy is a rat, that homeboy ain't no rat. Unless you can show us who he took the stand on, he ain't took the stand on nobody. If the homie take off on the enemy or the homie gets the car in a wreck, we still gonna ride with the homie. We'll discipline the homie later. The homie can get his later. The public display and scrutiny of our own black men, our own homeboys from the turf, our homeboys that represent the C, the B, the P, it's just getting outrageous, man. It's getting very outrageous. And I just feel like I'm not the most articulate person when it comes to vocabulary and speech, but I felt like it needed to be touched on, needed to be said. Especially the part about my homeboy being out of line makes me out of line. No, it don't work like that. Not in my realm of society, because there's still space for me to distance myself from a homeboy that messes with somebody that's out of line. I don't politic with the guy that my homeboy politics with. Like for me personally, I'm not in the entertainment industry. I don't have no rapper signing me, no singer signing me. I'm not on my own TV show. I'm not no celebrity. Outside of this YouTube thing, I'm nobody. So no, I don't share the beliefs of somebody who messes with somebody else with a bad rap. That's not me. My relationship is with who my relationships are with, not who their relationships are with. That means if my homeboy is real cool with a particular set that our set don't get along with, them ain't my homeboys. Just like the domos I fuck with ain't my homeboys. That does not belong in the same category, if you understand what I'm trying to say. You can't make me guilty by association or none of my stand-up homeboys guilty because who one of our homeboys mess with. So that's that, man. Can't put us all in the same pot. Like, subscribe, and share. Kev Mac, what up, brother, man? What up, Big Lee? I decided to go on early today just in case I can't make it tonight. All I have in this world is my balls, and I don't break them for nobody. It's just all these friendships being broken up publicly on YouTube. It's just getting way out of hand, dog. It's just out of line. It's distasteful. It's discouraging, and it's in bad taste. Selective politicking is Brick Baby trying to fade Snoopy badass but not cowboy. Okay, Bill. Fellow Mackids and Maniacs, what it do? What it do? There's a lot, man. There's a lot going on. Damn near everything is selective politics. Whenever you spit something out about another man, you are selectively politicking against that guy. But where's it gonna get us? That's what I'm asking. Where is it gonna get us? Do we become the leader? Do we become the hardest dude on YouTube? Do we inherit a community and now the community follows along with what we're saying and what we're preaching and what we're teaching? No, you don't get nothing out of it. Nothing. Colorado got a new offensive coordinator. Y'all gonna need a new defensive coordinator too. And Deion Sanders gonna have to get back to coaching. Remember, Deion was coaching when the season started. Now he's just wearing a headset. He's not even mad at his players or telling his players how to play no more. And maybe that's his strategy. Maybe he feels like at this point in the season, each player should know how to play and know their positions. But no, you got to continue to coach. You got to coach while your players are on the field and coming off the field. You have to go to the sideline and talk to them. Rangers parade looked pretty light for the first one down. Colorado needs a new season. They 4-4, dog. What about the Rangers? We already congratulated the Rangers the other night. I grew up with a 60 since 10 years old. I'm an ETG, and we still got a strong bond 28 years later. You see what I'm saying? But there are several 60s and ETGs that still got good relationships. So that ain't nothing new. It's not surprising either. Dolphins versus Chiefs, Eagles versus Cowboys. Who you got, Kev? I would like to say the Dolphins. Like the first thing that come to mind, say the Dolphins can whoop the Chiefs. But then we remember the Dolphins cannot beat the big teams. The Dolphins defense does not hold up when they play good teams. So at that point, it sways back over to the Chiefs. The Eagles versus Cowboys is a no-brainer. The Eagles got that with no problem. They can walk through that game with their eyes closed and still win. The NBA don't have a cup, deuce the factor, but hey, good luck with that NBA cup. Will Colorado end up 6-6 and get into the Kev Mac Grape Soda Bowl? I don't know. What up, Kev? Just peep your neighborhood 50s video 100. Yeah, I opened up saying I made a mistake when I mentioned that the BTH turned 5557 in Hoovers. No, they turned Hoovers in 55, but not 57. What up, Kev? What up, what up, what up? Baby E. My Gmail used to say that. Miss 702, what up? Somebody got at me. I think it was Tony Moore. Tony Moore in the comment section got at me and said his auntie was really pissed at my auntie remarks. All right, tell auntie no apologies given. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey's a good player too. Didn't he get an interception on like the first pass when he came back or something? Jalen Ramsey's he's always been good to me, but he started getting burnt later in his career. So we'll see, dog. This is one of the best, one of the most elite quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't know if he'll be getting any interceptions this week. Hey, thank you, Awkward Beginnings. Appreciate the comments. That Colorado Buzz that went down though, so I'm glad that they got a new offensive coordinator. They're gonna have to get some more new coordinators in that Colorado team if they want to do something next season. But right now, it's obvious they won't win 12 games. Probably won't win 10 games. They're still stuck on 4. I gave them 3.5. So, yeah. Um, Minneapolis tapping in. What's up, homeboy? You must love this Laker thing, right? Or you a Timberwolves fan now? Oh, the cup. That's right. Just win, baby. First night for the cup placement tonight was thinking you meant to ship. Me too. Seahawks had the best young quarterbacks. All right, all right. Darvin Ham opinion still the same. Lakers depend on health of LeBron and AD. Yeah, ain't nothing changed. Terrible, 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 horrible coach up until last year's trade deadline. He started coaching and started doing a good job. And of course, LeBron and AD have to be healthy in order for the Lakers to have a chance. DJ Vegas, my bad on the sports talk, homeboy. We always end up talking sports because everybody know I like sports, man. And people get tired of talking all this gang talk and stuff sometimes too. So it's like a funny little mix. But if they could have traded LeBron and AD, that would have been real nice. But I think the Lakers are stuck on who they got. Absolutely know they from there. Absolutely. Come on, man. Hey, don't text and drive, homeboy. Drive safely. Only positive platforms are you, Gangster, and Bam. I don't even know how to take that. I mean, positive as far as what? Not beefing with other people, not going at other people, or what? Just finished up watching last night's live and just caught today's. Life is good. Much respect. Thank you, David, for the comment. Anything y'all want to talk about? Anything going on that you think I should be aware of? Oh, let me say this. The passing of Bobby Knight. I got a Bobby Knight story. Like I always say, I think it's in my book. But Bobby Knight, I met Bobby Knight somewhere around 2005, 2006, maybe 2007, somewhere up in that area. I met him at the Stardust Hotel and Casino in the sports book. Bobby Knight was a guy full of knowledge of basketball. Smart, intelligent guy. Uh, had a team go like 32-0 one year. Won like two national championships back in the 70s, I believe. But Bobby Knight, let me tell you about Bobby Knight, man. I know a lot of people didn't like his attitude, how he treated his players and stuff like that. I'm only speaking for the time that I met Bobby Knight. So it's a lot of us, we gambling. Now, you know what? It wasn't 2005. Let's rule out 2005. It's about 2006, 2007, because it was during March Madness. And, I didn't have no reason to speak to Bobby Knight or think he would speak to me. So this other guy, black dude, I think he's from like the Mid East. And he said, hey, Bobby Knight. And Tarkanian, Jerry Tarkanian was there as well. He said, hey, Bobby Knight, man, give us some picks, homeboy. Give us some picks. What do you think about this game and that game and that game? And Bobby Knight was telling us who was gonna win and why they was gonna win. And it got to the point where Bobby Knight said, look, man, I gave y'all enough information for the day. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not going to engage no more. Bobby Knight gave out all winners. Every team won and covered the point spread. Bobby Knight was a wealth of information and knowledge, and even in his older years, he still understood basketball and the changing of the guard and how these young black athletes would fare over some of the white athletes in college basketball. And to me, that was very amazing. And the same goes for Jerry Tarkanian. He was a wealth of knowledge. He helped people out on some of the games, and all of his games won too. That was amazing to me because a lot of coaches and even basketball stars still have a problem with picking winners because of their biased minds and how they didn't change with time. So, yeah, I like to say Rest in peace to Bobby Knight. My condolences to the family and to those players that played for the guy. Smart individual. Mac, do you have any Westwood stories? I mean, man, Westwood was like an every week thing. Westwood for me was like Crenshaw for me during the 1980s. So yeah, I got Westwood stories, but I don't think any are good or worth actually talking about, really. I don't know anything about why Brick is acting however he's acting, and I have no idea about the wax situation being a rat. I'm unfamiliar with any of that, so I can't speak on that, brother. Sorry. ETG Mariners fans, but I can't wear the S hat. ETG Mariners fan, but I can't wear. That's cool, man. That's like what I look like putting a Texas Ranger hat on right now. You feel me? I feel you though, bro. Gang politics, how we developed over the years and where we pledge our love to, it's just crazy, dog. It's crazy. And just to think that we've had these thoughts for decades now. Sometimes it's hard to change. And sometimes we just pledge our allegiance to the set. Ain't nothing wrong with that, dog. It's not who you love and what you love. It's not what's in you. It's what comes out of you. You know what I'm saying? For the good or the bad, dog. Like you can still be, you can still love your hood, love your set, but it's the ignorance that you may or may not display that you will be judged on. What's cracking, kid? Where you get that Lakers hoodie from? I don't know. I bought this Lakers hoodie a long time ago, dog. I don't remember. Probably from Lids or Foot Locker or something like that. I don't like anything Indiana except the Jackson 5. All right. All right. So what you think about Michael Jackson? Are the allegations true or false? Did they set Michael up? Or when all those kids were spending the night with Michael, was something more going on? I ain't got no Old Spice, Miss 702. I'm sorry, man. You probably got Henny guy probably got a cabinet full of Old Spice up in his joint. Absolutely, and it's been going on a while, man. This is not recent. This goes back a while, some years back, when grown men started to gossip like women. And it's real big because nowadays men have the women's attention. Women are looking and listening at a lot of this gossip, like, damn, like, and it's not all good. They looking at guys like, man, I would never be with him. Like, I can't trust him. I don't see nothing good in him talking like a woman. So yeah, women have noticed that some years though. This has been going on, man. It's been going on probably, geez, at least like 14 years, probably more than that. But I could go back. I could trace it back to like 14 years, dog. Kev, how long do you think before you die of gun violence? Why would I ever think I'm gonna die of gun violence? And why would you think I'm gonna die of gun violence unless you plan on murdering me? Mike Epps, I love top flight security. All right, all right, all right. What? No love for Mike Epps? Indiana's finest? Right. Mike Epps, dog. We consider Mike Epps one of our own, man. I'm tired of the snitch talk all over the internet. Shit getting sad. It's getting sad. It's been sad. It's getting old. Let's say it's getting old, dog. Snitch jackets that are usually just allegations and no proof. Like you used to could get killed for that too now. If you make allegations against a person and can't prove they're true, you were just as guilty as a rat, dog. Why didn't you ask Monster about Tupac? We did off camera. We talked about Tupac. You know, the cameras can only last so long. Like you can't do a 7 hour interview with unless you come equipped with a whole bunch of batteries and a whole bunch of a disc, right? Like, damn, we gave y'all over 4 hours. We might have gave y'all 6 hours of Monster Cody. Like, god damn, bro. You want everything in one interview, dog? Jesus Christ. You need some Laker gear. Someone bought you Clipper socks. Trash can. I feel that, homie. I feel that. Gould say, I love Bradshaw, but I'll never wear a 12 jersey. Pomona politics. See there? Politics going around, man. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your hood. Dudes don't realize how females lose respect and laugh at them for pillow talking, especially when they'll never say anything to the person that's true. Supreme Broncos. I don't know your background or your history, but you 100% on point with that one. Kev has unseen tapes and is safe for the future generations. Nah, I mean, I got some tapes that I haven't looked at, but ain't nothing on them. That's why they haven't been digitized yet. One day, someday, though. I gave Big U a few of my tapes. I don't even know what's on them. I would love to have them back. Another guy that had a lot of tapes, Baby S Mag has some tapes. Cowboy has some tapes. Big Slip Rock, rest in peace, has some tapes, has some footage. Will be interesting to see all that different footage. Did he train Tookie in what? Lifting weights? I don't know. Because in one video, he says he didn't know Tookie until way later. See, that's the issue. I don't like you guys asking me about Jamel Barnes because Jamel Barnes has said so many contradictory things in his older age that we don't know what's true and what ain't true. So I have no real opinions other than, listen and believe carefully. Coach Prime need to coach better, stop pointing fingers at his O-line and get him some help with the play call. I somewhat agree with that. Like I said, Coach Prime was coaching when the season started. Now you see him with his headset on and he ain't doing nothing. His players are walking off the field and he's not talking to nobody but the quarterback. I don't see him trying to help get the players to that next level right now. How is OG Nugget doing? I haven't spoken to Nugget in a long time, dog. I don't know how Nugget's doing. Um, Again, homie, somebody left a comment. Selective politicking is when 600 press Big U for hanging with Gunner, but 600 messes with Whack 100, who messes with 6ix9ine. Again, let me say this and make this clear. We all do some type of selective politicking. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to throw it out there or not, that's just what it is, man. That's just how it go. Now, does that mean 600 hangs with 6ix9ine? That don't mean 600 hangs with 6ix9ine no more than it means me or some of the homies hang with Gunner. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame the whole set. You can't blame people that been gang bang with Big U since the 80s for calling him a friend or homeboy. It don't mean we support his politics. It don't mean that we move the way he moved. It don't mean that we look at him as some shot caller. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody's pointing fingers at people. When you point a finger at somebody, there's several fingers pointing back at you. As dude said, dude's pointing his finger right back at him, calling him out on his friends and who he hang with. And that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Another person's politics, who they friends with, don't mean I'm friends with the person they friends with. Everybody is a little hypocrite about something. That's like absolutely. So when you start calling it out, you have to understand you are just as hypocritical as anyone else. I don't understand how people thinking that 600 can press Big U. Kid Mac, do you think gangbanging is watered down and dead? And do you ever think it will revive? You can't say gangbanging is dead when people are still getting killed, when people are still representing their turf. No, gangbanging is not dead. Is it watered down? It is watered down compared to the old days, yes. But that's not even like to say anything bad about anybody that's gangbanging now. It's just to say it doesn't compare. It's different. It's two different generations. It's two different eras. The banging is different now. And that might be a good thing. We don't need no more dead bodies in the black realm of society, man. We don't need Bloods and Crips to continue killing each other. But it still happens, it still occurs. Yeah, human beings have our biases and favors. Let me give you some examples. I like vanilla ice cream. But if I go out with a woman and I get some vanilla ice cream, she's going to complain because she wants something different. She wants orange sherbet or something. She wants some chocolate with some peanuts on it or something. You feel me? It's like if me and you go out, I don't want the fat girl. You might like the fat girl. I might like the foreigner with the long, pretty hair. And you may not like her because you think you can't get with her. You think she won't give you the time of day. We gonna selectively politic. But guess what? If you find out that foreigner's feeling you, you gonna want that foreigner. And if I ain't had none in a few months, I just may want that fat girl. Yo, Kim, man, what you think about the Steelers being 5-3, even though they've been outgained by their opponent in every game? First of all, I don't think highly of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I do think the fact that they holding it down above 500, still on pace for the 9 wins that they get every year, that the Steelers still deserve an ounce of respect. Nas said hip hop was dead some time ago, just a changing of the guard. I mean, look, I got a homeboy, and I'm gonna say his name, Baby Shawnee Mac. Baby Shawnee Mac told me years ago that Beyonce played out. And I told him Beyonce ain't played out. Beyonce's fine, sophisticated, and getting money. This is when Nicki Minaj came out. He thought Nicki Minaj was the new shit, you know. And then Rihanna. Beyonce's still doing her thing. Money still going up. Still doing concerts. Feel me? So what's dead to some people ain't dead to others. That's my point. So gang banging can be dead to some, not to others. Hip hop can be dead to some, but not others. R&B singers can be dead to some, but not others. Damn, you know what this coughing remind me of? Pookie in the Rolling 40 interview. Pookie kept coughing. I was like, damn, cuz fucked up a good interview. Hey man, whatever Gunna's gonna do to put food on Big U's table is not my business. What's on his table ain't on my table. What's in his bank account ain't in my bank account. But it is what it is. But I'm glad everybody feels like this is the popping topic right now. Six has been popping for a while, right? Cowboy, Big U, Brick Baby, 600. Six is popping on YouTube, man, for better or for worse. The 80s, the 90s was the golden era. Everybody's gonna feel like their era was the golden era, right? I feel like the late 70s to the late 80s was the golden era. Personally, you can throw in the early 90s, but early 90s was different from the 70s and 80s. The early 90s basically, to me, is the cutoff of when things change. Yeah, y'all go ahead and pop that like button one time. Maybe we get more people to come watch this boring ass video. Tell OG Spaghetti I said, what's up? I like that interview. That was a cool interview. I don't talk to Spaghetti, but if he's watching, he hear you, Pee Wee TV. Kev, I like the 1985 Harlem, New York story about going to New York in 1985 and the New York police pulled us over. Let me see if I could give you a roll call. I want to say it was me, GP, who was Tyrese's manager back when he was doing the Coca-Cola commercials. And he was on TV. I want to say Maury Povey. He was on somebody's TV show, Pop Lock. Uh, Prince Whipper Whip. Whip is in Wild Style Rapping, the light-skinned Puerto Rican. He was telling us he was black back then, man. So I think it's something going on in New York where some Puerto Ricans are proud to be Puerto Rican now. But back then, when hip hop was popping, they wanted to be black. But some claim Puerto Rican. He claimed the Puerto Rican prince. But if I remember, he was black when he was in LA. And we got back to Harlem and his grandmama got to speaking Spanish. And he got to speaking it back. Like, oh shit, my nigga's Puerto Rican. But when you get older, peer pressure fades. Dudes ain't caring what their peers think of them no more. Especially when they got money in the bank. If they making money with them, right. Yo, did you hear about Kershaw? I didn't hear about Kershaw, no, I didn't. I know Kershaw probably wish he would have went to the Texas Rangers like Corey Seager and Matt Scherzer. But so who else? Uh, that might have been it. It might have just been us three. Hen G, I don't think was with us. Ice T was not with us. I don't think Africa Islam was with us. Nikki D wasn't with us. Bronx Style Bob might have been with us. I don't remember. Uh, it was a bunch of us, man. A bunch of LA dudes went to New York at that time. Most Puerto Ricans are part black. Yeah, I'm just saying no. It wasn't no, hey, I'm part black. Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican and black. It was, I'm black. What's up? What's up? What's up? And then it was, I'm Puerto Rican, if you feel what I'm saying. And it ain't no knock on him. I'm just saying, I didn't know he was Puerto Rican. He had the big, cool afro, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, man, you know. But yeah, so the homie Prince Whipper Whip, we actually went to stay with him a night in Harlem before we went to the Bronx with Donald D. You know Donald D? B-Boys? I know a girl named Millie, act real silly. Something like that. Something about a hillbilly and all that. Black folks speak Spanish in a lot of places. All right, but a lot of black folks didn't speak Spanish where I'm from. He got surgery on the left shoulder, won't be back until next summer. Are they going to put Dave Roberts on the injured reserve list too? Yeah. I'm glad my camera got its color back. The color faded out on me yesterday. It looks nice and beautiful today. Didn't have to do anything but refresh stream, y'all. Do you think it's wrong or right to DP a little homie if he got caught out of bounds and get pressed on with a strap in his face and didn't claim? Good question. I don't know. Anytime I had a strap in my face, I figured I was gonna die anyway, so I repped the hood. Fact. I repped the hood anyway because I thought I was gonna die. But I don't know, man. I've heard stories of a lot of dudes didn't rep the hood when they was facing death. So I don't know, man. I'm not the one handing down DP, so I can't answer that question for you. I don't know, Rocky. I can't answer that question. Damn, Kev live on a racetrack? What are you talking about? Honestly, was a reach for 600 to be upset about gunning anyway. Dude probably dropped the bag. Dude's got to eat. Well, I'm sure people probably wondering who's dropping bags on that side of town. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had people ask me a lot of times, did Whack drop a bag on 600? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't associate or on the phone or anything with neither one of them dudes. I don't know their business. I don't care their business. And that's my whole point. Everybody should just focus on themselves and their bag. You feel me? And not air out hood business or hood homies or any of that or friendships that went sour. You know, I think you more of a man if you fall out with somebody and you just keep that to yourself. If you can call that guy and say, nigga, fuck you, I ain't fucking with you no more, I respect that more than airing it out and gossiping on platforms like individuals are doing nowadays. MC Breeze is from the Valley. Yeah. Yeah, I met MC Breeze. I got a picture with MC Breeze somewhere. I could probably pull up. Old MC Breeze from way back in the day. I want to say it was at Warner Brothers. If I'm not mistaken, I think we were at Warner Brothers. Kev, is the fight still going to? Y'all ask me that every goddamn live. Listen, bro. I don't know if the fight is still going on. There's a guy named Cartoon Fire Trey that you can ask. There's a guy named 600 that you can ask. And there's also a guy named Spider Lope that you can ask. As far as my answer goes, I was told they're still going to fight, but not on the date and not on the same venue that they had advertised. LA Breeze is the homie from the LA Posse. Yeah, 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 yeah. LA Breeze, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. When you go to prison, dog, like, it shouldn't be an honor to go to prison. Like, you shouldn't get a trophy for going to prison. But when you go to prison, like, a lot of guys became men in prison or became intelligent while in prison. And in prison, man, you're taught one of the very first rules, homie, that you're taught, besides dropping the soap, you learn that in the county jail. But when you get to prison, mind your own, you live long. You ain't got to be in nobody else's business. In fact, just stay out of anybody else's business. You handle your own situations yourself. If it's a gang, politics, or racial, all in. But as far as you handling your own, when you get to prison, dog, mind your own. Mind your own. Bottom line, mind your own. LA Breeze, DJ was a homie in high school. Good perspective, Kev. A person with a gun in your face is not in a negotiating mood. Claiming or not claiming, probably not going to make a difference. I don't know, man. I just felt like I'm going to die. Why not die giving it up? This is what I thought we claimed the hood for. Now, I'm not saying I wasn't scared. I just was like, hey, man, it's my time. My time is up. I'm still here. I'm still here, bro. Now, who you want to attribute that to? Whoever you attribute it to, the fact is, I'm sitting in front of the camera right now. Look, I remember one time when I used to talk to the youth, I used to always tell this story. I think I told you guys one time, but I used to always tell this story. I was going down Prairie one night. I'm G'd up. I got on like a blue pennant. I don't remember what hat I had on. Might have been an LA Dodger hat. I don't know. But I got a blue pennant on. I'm in a blue 280Z at the time. So we talking 89. We talking like 88, 89. More than likely 1989. I'm going down Prairie. I'm going to gamble. And some dudes pulled up on me in a Volkswagen. So that's how you know I ain't making this shit up. I remember it was a Volkswagen. And they were to my left. And they pulled up on me. And we were right by where 7-Eleven is now. 7-Eleven over there on Prairie. Going toward the light on, what is that, Century? And a dude say, dude pulls out like a rifle. And he says, nigga, where you from? I'm like, oh shit, this nigga got me. But now we in traffic, so I can't pull off. I can't weasel my way out. I'm like, oh shit, I'm from neighborhood. Neighborhood what? Nigga, I'm from neighborhood because I don't know where they from. And dude got the rifle on me. I'm from neighborhood. And he pressed me. Neighborhood what? I'm hoping the light changed so I could get some room to get the hell up out of there. They in a slow ass bug. They ain't gonna catch me. And he probably ain't gonna do nothing but shoot some innocent people if I pull off. The Z was pretty fast. And the light ain't changing. I'm still stuck. So, so finally I tell him I'm from neighborhood Crip. Which neighborhood Crip? Well, I done already said neighborhood Crip. We all got the same enemies for the most part. Neighborhood Rolling 60 Crip. That's right, cuz. 10 Deuce Raymond Crip. All right. 10 Deuce Raymond, all right. Yeah, I survived that night and many other nights, obviously. But yeah, you should do a story about Whip and Dwan. They've been covering Puerto Ricans saying they were 50-50 in creating hip hop. I don't know about 50-50, but of course they had a hand in hip hop. Like I said, Whip, you could go back to Wild Style. Whipper's in there talking about he's the Puerto Rican prince or something. Whip definitely is one of them names. You know what I'm saying? Those early hip hop groups in New York from the Bronx and all that. And but yeah, definitely Puerto Ricans was on deck. Just like Mexicans was on deck when the Crips started. You had Mexican Crips, dog. People don't talk about that because the politics changed to where the majority of Mexicans, they went back home. They went back to South Side gangs. You know what I mean? People don't talk about that, but it was a lot of Mexican Crips and Bloods. Just tapped in. Excuse me, Kev, for changing the subject, but I was wondering, did Easy E get put on Kelly Park or was he just affiliate? I don't know the Compton politics like that. I don't know, man. I personally don't know. We got some guys from Compton that's in the comment section. I think Melly Mel said something about Easy E and his cripping or affiliation on his channel at some point. Me personally, I don't know. But Easy was looked at as a hustler, and then Easy was looked at as a crip, no doubt about it. Now I'm saying perception wise, I don't know about the specifics. I don't know. My man said I grew up in South Bay and my hood had Mexican homies. Puerto Ricans were the first non-black students, participants of hip hop. They didn't create anything, says Jock. Love from St. Louis to LA. Shout out St. Louis. King Real, what up, homeboy? like, subscribe. Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here though, man. I'm gonna get going. I'll try to tap in tonight, but no promise. On the late night, where we can talk about some of the girly things that I made all these aunties mad about. Talking about like saggy boobs, you know what I'm saying? Stretch marks around the navel like a map, booty hanging over the back of their legs, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But an older woman, they know how to take care of you. Hey, I'm out of here. Thanks, Willie Will, McMullen, Louis Akins Jr., OG Steve, like always, Marlon Guest, like always. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.